Hello V family, we are here with episode 10 of the monthly program called In the Zone. And I am here now with the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, our mentor and my personal mentor, Dato Sri Vijay Iswaran. And Dato Sri, I have my first question for In the Zone episode 10. This company, QNet, QI, the V, we've been around we will be around for 20 years now. And what I would like to know and what people should know is what has propelled the company to last 20 years?
Well, I think above all is the fact that when we began, it was a company that was set up with a certain purpose in mind. And the purpose has transcended the standard norms of company practice, which has been about P&L and profit margins and all the like. And without sounding corny or condescending, I would like to say that we actually believed in a higher purpose. We were trying to create a vehicle that would basically serve the planet. We believed in the mission, which was rhythm, and we believed in network marketing. We saw that as more than just opportunity or an industry. It was for us a real way to help mankind. We believed in empowering entrepreneurship, and that's what we felt we were doing and that we continue to do till this present time. We have empowered people across the world, and right now we are looking at having touched at least about 13 to 14 million of them. And by this year end, it will be over 15. And the objective of that is that we will leave them with a little bit, just that tiny, weeny bit more empowered than they were before. We're reaching out to people who have been left on the fringes, the impoverished, the challenged, the people who have been told that the only way out of the mess of, essentially surviving the conundrums of life, the 9-to-5 existence. Their only way is to work their way to the bone, get a gold watch if they're lucky, and then, settle in an old folks home somewhere and retire. We were an option. We were not only an option, we were a way out, we were freedom. And we basically rode on that wings of freedom. So it was a vision that sustained us. So we had a vision that drove our mission. So we began with a vision which resulted in us establishing our mission. Rhythm was our vision. And our mission became empowering entrepreneurship. So it was a step-by-step process where we actually found ourselves. I mean, if anybody were to say to us that, or even try to imagine that we had this clear idea what we were doing at the time, I would say no. I would be very amused. I think we basically, in many ways, Japa, myself, the other founders and so on, all of us basically, in many ways, we were floundering on the beach as it is. And in all honesty, we found ourselves, we found our purpose. The company made us whole. The company completed our purpose here on the planet. In terms of why we've survived 20 years, because it's simply the fact that we always had a higher purpose. So when you have a higher purpose, then the facts don't count. We didn't have a perfect plan or a perfect company or a perfect product. In fact, nothing was perfect. If at all, we were full of imperfections. And in that lies the beauty of who we became and the beauty of who we are. Imperfections that basically came together to create this element which is beautiful. In it, we also subscribe to a simple philosophy of we are one. We saw the world as one. We did not believe in the divisions of mankind, color, caste, culture, country. All of these things just divided us all. We believed in a world that essentially was without borders. We subscribed to that from day one, which is why we began as an e-commerce company. And we worked tirelessly for that over the last 20 years. We preceded Uber and Amazon and Airbnb and all of the others, Baidu, etc. But we were working in an arena, network marketing, that by itself was unique. Because network marketing is the only industry I know that forces you to make others successful before your success kicks in. And that is a brilliant concept. And if you actually take it in that particular light, where you become essentially altruistic, you basically become selfless. So one of our many banners over the years, one of the most prominent ones is service above self. So if you can be totally dedicated to selfless service in whatever you do, success is yours. So the last 20 years have been a journey that we have welcomed, that we have strived but continue to thrive over. And our drive has always been for the betterment of mankind. And that is what we have, as corny as it is, that is what brought us here to this point. And we have grown from step to step, from platform to platform, simply because I believe, because the vision and the mission, in essence, is the wings that have carried us through all our strife, all our pain. So, and of course, nevertheless, without having to say it, if not for His guidance, His grace, and His hand above us, we would not be here.
Dadasri, you spoke about the vision and the mission. And over the course of the last 20 years, has that ever changed, or have you looked back and said, maybe we would have done this differently, or maybe we would have done this better?
All the time. It is something that is growing, it is evolving. It's an organic development. As we have grown and we become deeper and more mature as people, so has the vision and mission. Originally, it was very straightforward. We were there to accomplish a purpose. Essentially, financial freedom was the main platform. But among all of that grew many other things. We derived the purpose of giving back to the world, from which the foundation was born. And Rhythm Foundation and Vijayaratnam Foundation both today continue our work in so many ways that it's amazing. Tarana, our crown jewel, is always a real balm to my heart. It fills me with so much pleasure, and in many ways it's gratifying to see what it's growing into. Our university, QIUP, now that gives me pride. I think long after this company becomes an entity on its own, the university will keep on thriving. The university will be a legacy that continues. It just so happens that we just had our convocation, and our medical students were just graduating, and the first batch of medical students, 47 of them, which means we have contributed 47 doctors to the world. It's a nice touch, I would say. I don't think any other company in our industry can say the same. I am always gratified to see that, but the university will keep on producing, I hope, a caliber of students and a caliber of youth that will continue to carry our message across the world. So in that sense of the word, I think we are here today simply because of that same vision, that same drive, that same energy we started out with. But has it grown? It has grown deeper. It has grown in many different levels. Now it's not so much linked to just the empowerment financially, but also it's about an empowerment mentally, intellectually. It's about making a better person at every level, and we keep striving for that. Well, clearly, it is a trickle-down effect. It starts from within. I think they actually see it in me and see it in the directors, see it in, it is a trickle-down effect from the very top. So the top layers of the company have to be, first of all, convinced in what we do. And the more convinced that they become, people like you, for instance, you become a messenger, in a sense. You carry that energy forward. You say, I just saw this, I just heard this, I just felt this. And that is exactly what they too start to feel. People don't really hear what we say, but they do what we do. So if at all the energy has been able to be transported, in a way, translated across the company, then it is simply through this process. And I think that our continuous need and drive to engage them at every level is part of that process. So we have various events we have had over the years, such as Steer, and we've had QI Rising, and so many of this that continue to impart our vision again, we go back over our story, we go back over what drives us, our purpose, our philosophy. So we share this over and over again. Now, it's not a perfect process, but it does keep us in line. And in particular, I think it has served in a great fashion to enable us to look upon ourselves as a family. So we have people who have been with us now. We are going into our 20th year, and we have people who are going into their 19th year with us. So 18, 19, that's brilliant. So, when you have this kind of people who are spending their lives with us, it merely indicates that there has to be a higher purpose than the paycheck. And we have been able to do that by virtue of sharing with them what we believe, sharing both our pain and our joy. And that has brought us closer together in many ways. They too, in many ways, have contributed to our vision. It is a lot of their input, a lot of their reactions and discussions and so on that have recreated our vision moving forward. I.e., take the university, for instance. It wouldn't have been possible if there wasn't a team, because I myself, for me, it was clearly something that I wanted to see happen, but to take it from an idea into reality took a whole team. And that team was a dedicated team that brought back with ideas and every time they hit a challenge, another snag, another issue, another obstacle, they came back with another solution, with another idea. And therefore, the university is there today because of that. And the same thing with CMA when we started the watch company. Again, we had all kinds of challenges, and we continue to have challenges. But it's the team that keeps coming back. And therefore, when they keep coming back, they are evolving with us, and they're contributing to that vision. And that keeps us alive. So we are more than one. And that makes us many.
Incredible. Dr. Sri, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for leading us and being there for us every step of the way. So I wish you a very happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I look forward to the 20th year. Thank you so much, Dr. Sri.